Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to Midnight Raceway Park. In this week's tournament, drivers have chosen manufacturers rather than individual cars. Since each manufacturer has two cars in this event, each driver has two chances to win. And with 16 manufacturers represented today, this is a 32 car field. So let's get on with the action. First up is this awesome looking Toyota Supra against one of the sportier cars in the field today, the Lamborghini Aventador J, driven by Hammerhead Diecast Racing. So Toyota takes the first race with a 2.481 to 2.495. Those scores are not great. Second race, this time it's the Lambo with a 2.489 and a 2.508 for the Toyota. The average on this track is about a 2.45. So these times are a little bit slower than I expected. Lambo comes back with a second win, 2.485 to 2.492. So unless the Supra can win this round, it looks like the Lambo might take this matchup, but here comes the Toyota with a 2.478. Best time of this matchup, good enough to move on to the next round. So congratulations to Toyota. Next up is the intimidating Porsche Carrera GT, driven by Grateful Sam, going up against the diecast Shepherd and the colorful Ford Focus he's driving. Focus slightly ahead and takes the first race with a 2.455. Second race, looks like the Focus is once again ahead, and he is going to take it with a 2.449. Third race, shouldn't expect anything different, but let's see what happens with the Porsche against the Ford. Ford once again is going to take this one with a 2.444. Congratulations to Ford. Next up is the Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy, which is no stranger to these tracks, and he's driven by Ralph's Racers, who is also no stranger to these tracks, going up against absolutely beautiful but unowned Toyota GR86 Cup car. As you can see, Jaguar's got an advantage here. Oh, just barely, 2.445 to 2.446. It's got to be frustrating for Toyota. Luckily, nobody owns them. Second race, it looks like the Jaguar might have an advantage again. It's going to be close. Note, the Toyota takes it 2.454 to 2.458. Third one, 1-1 with the matchup so far. Third race is going to go to Toyota, 2.443, 2.452. The last race, can Jaguar pull it out? Looks like Jaguar, right? They're even, coming to the line, and it's going to be Toyota. Toyota moves on to the next round with a 2.457. Congratulations to Toyota. Next, we have Goliath Dave driving a Mazda Savannah RX-7 against the driverless Mercedes-Benz S500. Looks like Mercedes has slight, oh, look at that, 4.56 to a 4.57. The Mercedes takes the first race. They alternate lanes for the second race. Let's see how Mercedes can do this time. Looks like they have a slight advantage, and they do. 4.51 to a 4.56. Third race could be wrapped up if Mercedes wins again. And it looks that way. Let's see at the line, 4.50 to a 4.55. Close matchup, but Mercedes is going to move on to the next round. Up next is one of my personal favorites, the Cadillac V16, driven by Bad Dad Hobbies against the unowned Audi Avant RS2. It looks like Cadillac has a lead, and Cadillac is going to take it with a 4.57 to a 4.82. Next race, Cadillac is on the outside against the Audi on the inside. Audi looks like to have an advantage this time. Sure enough, there's a 4.69 to a 4.86, so we're tied at 1 each. Third race, Audi's now on the outside, Caddy's on the inside. Looks like Cadillac might have an advantage. Let's see. Oh, so close at the line. 2.465 for the Audi, 468 for the Cadillac. Going down to the final race. Looks pretty. Oh, it looks like Cadillac's going to have it. Yep, Cadillac gets it with a 471 to a 480. But the fastest time, because they were tied, goes to the Audi, and the Audi is going to move on. Next, we have the heaviest car in today's tournament at 73 grams, the Ford Probe Funny Car, driven by diecast Shepherd, going up against the sleek Lamborghini Huracan LP, piloted by Hammerhead Diecast Racing. Ooh, big jump for the Ford Probe, and they're going to take this one easily with a 4.23 compared to 2.503. Let's see if the Pro can repeat that time. They have another great lead. Boy, they're getting a great jump out of the start. 2.453 to 2.504. Lamborghini's times are really slow in this matchup. But that Pro gets such a jump off the starting block. I'm guessing because of its weight. 2.428 and a 2.497. Congratulations to the second Ford in this tournament. Moving on to the next round. Moving on, we have the Metropolis Police Dodge Charger RT, driven by D20 Diecaster, facing off against the unowned Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo. And they're even coming to the finish line. Oh, it's going to be close, and the Charger takes it with a 446 to a 449. Okay, race 2, Chargers on the outside, Nissan's on the inside. Looks like Charger has another advantage, and yes, he's going to take it with a 439 to a 458. Race 3, Dodge Chargers up 2-1. Let's see if he can close it with another victory. And look at that, identical times, but the Charger did cross the line first to move on to the next round. Now we have a classic Pontiac Firebird driven by 4Haas Games going up against Amy Russell's tricked out El Camino. So the Pontiac is in the inside lane, lane 1. El Camino's on the outside, lane 2. Pontiac definitely has an advantage and is going to take the first race, 427 to 465. Moving on to the second race, switching lanes. Pontiac again. Big jump from the start. 413. Outstanding time for the Pontiac. Takes the second race and is probably going to take the third race as well. Although it looks like the Camino had a jump but loses it. And at the end, it's going to be 425 for the Pontiac. And moving on to the next round. Hey guys, Steve here. Let's grow this channel together and keep diecast racing excitement alive. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and drop a comment if you have tips, suggestions, advice, or if you just want to say hi. Don't forget to like these videos if you like them, or dislike them if you don't like them. And if you want to be notified when I drop a new tournament announcement, go ahead and turn on notifications so you'll know when it's time to pick the next champion. These actions really help small channels like mine. But lastly, if you find my videos enjoyable and have the means, please consider supporting me by buying me a coffee or two. A link to do this is in the description. And above all, I hope you enjoy my content. Thanks. Here we have two unowned cars facing off, the Mercedes-Benz S500 and the Volkswagen Käfer, which, if you didn't know, is Beetle in German. Now you know. And it looks like the Mercedes is going to take the first race, 419 to 444. Good time for the Mercedes. Race 2, Mercedes is on the outside, lane 2. The Beetle's on the inside. Coming a little bit closer this time, but again, the Mercedes is going to take the win with a 442 to a 450. Third race, Mercedes is now in lane 1, and the Beetle is in lane 2. Close to the finish, and it's 430 to 432. The Mercedes is going to move on. Man, I really need to get more drivers for these tournaments. We have two more unowned cars, an Audi Quattro and a Nissan R390 GT1. They're off. The Nissan clearly has an advantage and is going to take the first race, 450 to 474. Moving on to race 2. Nissan's on the inside. Audi's on the outside. A little bit closer race. it's going to be the Audi with a 441 to a 443, tying it up. Race number 3. Audi's back on the inside. Another close finish, but it's going to be the Audi with a 443 over the Nissan's 449. And the final race, it's going to come down to this. It's going to be another close one, but it is the Nissan taking it with a 434 over a 448, and the Nissan will be moving on. Next up, we have the unowned Volkswagen ID Buzz and the beautiful looking Pontiac Banshee, driven by 4 Haas Gains. Volkswagen is in lane 1, the Banshee's in lane 2. The Banshee gets a wicked lead early on and takes the first race 453 to 497. Second race. Again, it's going to be an easy win for the Banshee, 460 to 494. Can't expect anything but the same for the third race. Banshee's on the outside, Volkswagen's on the inside. Pontiac is going to move on to the next round with a 464 over the Volkswagen's 490. For the next matchup, RWA Racing will be behind the wheel of the BMW 3 Series Coupe, facing off against the Porsche Boxer, driven by Grateful Sam. BMW is going to get an early lead and take the first race with a 429 to the Boxer's 445. Second race, Boxer's going to get another lead. I'm sorry, the BMW will, with another impressive time of 420 to the 452 of the Porsche. Third race, probably the final race. Let's see if it goes to the BMW again, and it looks like it will. BMW turns a 428 to the Porsche's 455, so the BMW will be moving on. The Cadillac Escalade, driven by Bad Dad Hobbies, will take on Goliath Dave's impressively aerodynamic Mazda 787B. And the Escalade jumps out early and takes the first race with a 454 to a 479 for the Mazda. Switching lanes, Escalade is on the outside, the Mazda is on the inside. Close race, but it looks like the Escalade is going to take the second race, 458 to 471. And it might all get wrapped up here in the third race. Escalade is in lane 1, Mazda is in lane 2, and the Escalade again is going to come up first with a 441 to a 466 for the Mazda. Cadillac is moving on. RWA Racing is back in the driver's seat of this BMW M3 wagon, going up against another classic, the Chevy Copo Corvette, piloted by Amy Russell. Looks like the Corvette's going to get a big jump early on and take the first race, with a very impressive 406 to a 474. Second race, Corvette's on the inside, BMW's on the outside. Again, the Chevy's going to walk away with a 409 to a 460. Very impressive times for the Chevy Corvette. Going to be very difficult to beat in this tournament. And the third race is definitely going to go to the Chevy Copo Corvette with a 419. Moving on to the next round. Lobotomy Scam is driving the Honda Odyssey and will be going up against one of my personal favorite cars, the Jaguar XJ220, driven by Ralph's Racers. Honda in lane 1, Jaguar in lane 2. Jaguar gets an early advantage and is easily going to take this with a 423 to the Honda's 481. Race 2. Once again, it looks like the Jaguar is going to take home the prize. 435 to a 484. Last race, no doubt, will be going to the Jaguar. But let's play it out. That's why we're here. Jaguar finishes with a 438 to the Honda's 490, and the Jaguar will be moving on. In our last matchup of the opening round, D20 Diecaster and the sporty Dodge Viper Coupe will go up against Lobotomy Scam and the Honda CRX with its beautiful black, blue, and red paint job. Honda in lane 1, Dodge in lane 2. Honda has a slight advantage coming to the finish line. Honda takes it with a 451 to a 461. Moving on to race 2, the Dodge now has the inside line. Pretty even coming into the straightaway, and at the finish line, it's going to be Honda with a 450 to a 454. Close matchup. We're going into race 3. Let's see if the Dodge can stay alive. Again, pretty even. Oh, but nope. The Honda does pull away at the end with a 455 to a 469, and the Honda is moving on. So after the first round, it looks like the diecast Shepherd with Ford and Four Haas Games with Pontiac are leading the way. Also still in the running are RWA Racing, Bad Dad Hobbies, Amy Russell, Lobotomy Scam, and Ralph Racers, each with one car remaining. And there seems to also be, I guess we got Toyota, Nissan, and Mercedes. Nobody owns them, but they are also undefeated, and Audi has one win and one loss. Dodge, Lamborghini, Mazda, Porsche, and Volkswagen have all been eliminated. So sadly, we're going to say goodbye in this tournament to D20 Diecaster, Hammerhead Diecast Racing, Goliath Dave, and Grateful Sam. So stick around for the rest of this tournament to complete, and we'll see you at the next one. So here you can preview what's coming up next. I will be posting the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 rounds on Saturday, and then the Final Four and the championship round on Sunday. If you made it this far, for those of you who've been on my channel for a while, I'm just curious what your thoughts are about commentary. I know it was a little dry at times, I guess. I think it's something that'll come a bit more naturally to me over time. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm curious what your thoughts are. I'm going to keep going like this, at least for this tournament. But for next tournaments, your feedback will be valuable as I make a decision about what to do in the future. Another update, I'm still working on the diorama. I'm actually doing some painting right now. Once this tournament is over, I will have a lot more time. It may be, so normally I put these tournament videos out every 2 weeks. It may be 3 weeks this time, just because I really am anxious to get the diorama and the setup of this new track completed so I could start running some tournaments on it. But I'll keep you guys posted one way or the other. And until next time, take care of yourselves.